traumas. The traumas. When my brother threw acid on boys and go sit in the church, the Burns Savannah New Testament Church of God, and waited for the police. That added to my trauma because of who he was and what happened to me as a result of me not knowing who my brother was and supported him and ended up getting a bad back. Yeah? Because of allegations that I know nothing about. So it was my own brother who beat me up and I had a bad back. Moving forward, my son came here, and for the first time I'm learning that when I left my son age 16 years old, he was about to graduate from Manning School. After I left my son, he was abused. So I have to deal with all those things. Yeah? And consider my brother's situation. That's why I was always mindful of putting certain information online. It's time I use this to get rid of the trauma. The first person I told about my brother being bisexual was Judy Vaughn. When London Early Years Foundation stitched her up, the only way I could reach Judy Vaughn was to tell her about my brother dying in prison and why he died in prison, because Judy Vaughn was with a male and I came back from holidays and she was with her partner. I suspected from beginning that Judy Vaughn was harming herself. She always wear long things and the way she operated. Once she came out of the closet, Judy was the person she was. I remembered when she approached me, started crying. I said, "Do you remember, Judy? You said, oh, whatever." She said, "Forget about it." I'm going to put the story there. And now I'm going to put the story there why I was kicked out of University of East London by a Richard Harty who called my phone. And why I will not sit by and let Debbie Gilchrist get away scot-free with harming me. Yeah? Is there a possibility that Debbie Gilchrist will kill me and get away with it? And I will not sit by and wait for Debbie Gilchrist to kill me. Because my brother was at the end of the phone on Christmas Eve 2022 for over an hour before the police came. And I asked my brother to help me to prepare something to tell my story, and he refused. And right now, I've been abandoned and rejected. If it wasn't for Dr. Abu Ratata Voodoo Productions, I would still not be here fighting. But how long can I go on like this? How long can I go on like this? I've reached out to everybody I can think of, Tony Seeley, everybody. I've reached out and nobody's whatever. So you know what? You know what? I'm at that point. I'm at that point where I feel like taking actions. I'm at that point. Because when I'm going to die, I'm going to know what I'm dying for. Now I know why my brother decided that prison was safer for him until it was time for him to die. Because my brother knew he was dying of AIDS.